surprised to hear Keir Starmer calling for an investigation that's clearly long overdue. I was very surprised to hear who he was calling upon to conduct an investigation. I've had a bit of trouble with the clips lately. I don't know why, so hopefully this is the correct clip.
We directly encouraged the uprising in the Ukraine that led to the toppling of the President Yanukovych, and that led, of course, in turn to Vladimir Putin reacting. And the moral of the story is, if you poke the Russian bear with a stick, don't be surprised when he reacts.
No, sorry, that wasn't a clip of Keir Starmer calling for an investigation into Russian interference. That was Nigel Farage parroting Kremlin propaganda in the European Parliament.
But in particular, it's a big victory for Nathan Gill, our leader in Wales, an honest, decent, honourable man who's been loyal to me and the party at all times. Nathan, you've led UKIP Wales into this, and well done, you.
Sorry. Right, that was a man who has not been found to have taken bribes from the Kremlin in return for parroting Kremlin propaganda in the European Parliament and on various media outlets, talking about a man who has been sent to jail for taking bribes from a Kremlin stooge, just to be absolutely clear. Are we ever going to find the...
Here's a question that should be keeping every British voter up at night. If a senior politician spent years repeating Kremlin talking points, and his closest ally just went to prison for taking Russian bribes, why is half the British media completely silent about it? This week, James O'Brien delivered one of the most surgical political takedowns in recent British broadcasting history. While discussing Russian interference in UK politics, O'Brien appeared to set up a serious clip, someone finally demanding a proper investigation into Kremlin influence. Then the clip rolled. And it wasn't who anyone expected. It was Nigel Farage in the European Parliament in 2014, blaming NATO and the West for provoking Putin into annexing Crimea. The audience reaction said everything. But O'Brien wasn't finished. He then played Farage lavishing praise on a loyal, honest, decent party man. Except that loyal, decent party man had just been jailed for taking payments from a Kremlin-linked source in exchange for pushing Russian narratives in British public life. The contrast was devastating. No dramatic narration needed, just the clips, side by side, doing the work. Now here's where this gets genuinely serious. This isn't just embarrassing for Farage personally. This goes to the heart of a question British democracy has never properly answered. How deep does foreign interference actually run? Reform UK is currently polling as one of the most powerful political forces in the country. Millions of British voters are backing a party whose leader spent years echoing Russian foreign policy positions and whose inner circle apparently had financial ties to Moscow. And the mainstream media response? Near total silence from the outlets that would normally be screaming this from every front page. The same broadcasters who demand instant accountability from Labour or the Conservatives somehow find this story very difficult to cover. That selective outrage tells you almost as much as the scandal itself. What Britain actually needs right now is a transparent, cross-party investigation into foreign money and foreign influence. No exemptions, no protected figures, no establishment carve-outs. Every donor, every payment, every suspicious relationship dragged into the open. Because Farage can reinvent himself as a Russia hawk all he likes now. He can talk tough about shooting down jets. But the archive exists. The speeches exist. The prison sentences exist. You cannot rewrite history just because it's politically convenient. And in Britain right now, that history is catching up fast.